For a long time, the fan favorites out here have been the figure eighters, and they've got a great racing card shaping up. Just 4 races now remain in the regular season for the figure eights, and there's only 2 points separating first from second place. Currently, Rick Keith is up on top in that yellow number 30 car. Right behind him in the 03 car is Dennis Barta. Let's go trackside and see if Rick Keith can increase his gap over the ever-persistent Dennis the Menace Barta. Here they go as they come on around, and as we have pointed out, 2 narrow points separating the number 1 driver in this circuit, Rick Keith, in car number 30, and the 03 car of Dennis Barta. Keith has a good starting position, and he's presently up in the top 4 cars. Lots of cars right now laying down a little bit of mosquito repellent. We have somebody's bumper sitting back on the track, and Dicker Moline in car number 16 is having a tough time getting this one up to speed. Roger Schmidt, the leader. Number 91 is Al de France, currently 3rd in points, trying to challenge, but we have a red flag coming out, and it looks like that bumper on the track is going to have to be removed before somebody makes mincemeat out of it. Roger Schmidt in the number 33 Impact sponsored car. Look out, there goes a wheel off of Al de France's car. All kinds of fireworks. He's clobbered on the left side by number 6 Shane Tesh, and Al de France takes a big hit. Look at that tire go. All right, another restart is underway. Number 33 Roger Schmidt, still your leader in that green and white car. The racing team of Bruce Moore in 29 and Rick Keith the 30 are settling into 2nd and 3rd respectively, and right on their heels is Shakopee's number 78 Ralph Sager. Behind him is Dave Paulsrud in car number 27. Stopping in front of the flag stand in the number 90 car is Eric Reynolds of Rockford, and he won't be able to go any further. 2 other cars pulling off into the pit area. The number 3 car of Kevin Chapman and the number 84 car of Dennis Yepma. They're dropping like flies on this restart. Rick Keith now at number 30, up to challenge Schmidt for the lead, and Keith wrestles it away coming out of the turns. Russ Berg in car number 34 has to brake going through the X. Traffic beginning to thin out now. Oh, this is a fun part too. Rick Keith in 30, Bruce Moore in 29. They're teammates, and they're running 1 and 2. Ralph Sager up in 3rd place. Roger Schmidt has fallen from the pole to 4th place. Believe it or not, folks, these cars can hit 60 miles an hour. And whoa! Rick Keith was not going 60 miles an hour there, as he had number 72 directly in front of him and had to put the binders on. Keith goes sailing through this time. Odegaard at 72 slows up and finds a small enough gap to squeeze through. Here they come again. 2 cars break. Meanwhile, Ralph Sager has passed up Bruce Moore, and Sager in number 78 has taken possession of 2nd place. Looks like the number 34 car of Russ Berg is crippled, and he's going to have to pull over in front of the wall. Barta sliding around on all 4 wheels through the last turns. Look out as Shane Tesh and John Paul Odegaard get tangled up. Looks like Tesh has got problems with his steering. His left front tire is way out of whack. He's going right for the wall. Hang on. And Tesh is slow enough where he puts the brakes on. No red light yet. And the red flag will finally come down as Shane Tesh is in a dangerous position. His steering is broken up on the left front side of that car. Here we go for the restart. Rick Keith, the leader in car number 30. The 11 laps have been completed. We're down now to 9 cars from the field of 20 that began this race. And there's a lot more room out here to maneuver right now. Here comes Rick Keith around, seeing that white flag waving. And I'm sure if his mirror's working, he knows he's got himself a very healthy lead. Rick Keith with a half a lap away from the checkered flag. Meanwhile, Dennis Barta in 03 is trying to keep away from Brad Miller. They come out of the final turns. Rick Keith picks up the win. Ralph Sager second. Dennis Barta crosses the line ahead of Brad Miller. And that's very important for Barta as he maintains his battle with Rick Keith for the overall leadership in this series. And now, Barta will find himself 4 points back of Rick Keith.
Here he is, Rick Keith. Oh, come on. We can do a little bit better than that. He survived, Rick Keith. A little bit better for you, Rick.
Say what?
Battle of survival out there in this first race?
Oh, yeah, that's what it looked like. I guess not very many cars finished, so I'll take one of those.
Well, you gained a little bit of ground on Dennis Barta for the season championship, but tonight we're running the Champion Auto Stores AC Delco Challenge Series. You finished 1 spot ahead of Ralph Sager, and that puts you into a tie as you go into the final race tonight.
Well, that's fun to race for that stuff, but I guess our main goal right now is to get that points championship, so we'll see how it goes. I know Dennis starts up front. Unfortunately, Al had some more bad luck, so now I got to catch Bart up front. I'd like to thank my sponsors, Joe Miller Homes, C&M Welding, and Minnesota Lifts.
There you go. Good luck to you, Rick, in the second feature. We'll have to see if he can take home that Champion Auto Stores Contingency Challenge Series Championship. But let's hear it once again for number 30, Rick Keith.